you at dusk out over Temple Square in the entertainment district of City Creek here in Utah. On the road and hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival, the Golden State Warriors are ready for this thing to get started. 2K Sports brings you Friday night. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Still out of the lineup is Dave. Checked in for Burks. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Thompson.
Well, you look at how the Warriors have improved. Really a change in philosophy from years past. The new ownership wanted size for position and rebounding, defense, toughness. They've really established a nice foundation.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Iguodala and Barnes slotted in at the forwards. Steph Curry's out there with Livingston, and it's Spain.
With his team. Patience. That was the word he used again and again. Nothing rushed, nothing forced, just steady, smooth offense. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Jazz have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And the first big move towards that size and defense for the Warriors was the trade of Monte Ellis for Andrew Bogut with Milwaukee.
And like many trades, it was questioned initially, but Bogut has brought that toughness and interior defensive presence to this team so desperately lacking it. The wins have really validated the Warriors' new direction.
And that one's good. Jazz have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. A minute 42 left here in the first quarter. Count it from 12. Golden State's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Curry with a wide open look. And the 3 off target.
He hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Barry. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Cowboys got 7 points. Warriors trail by 3. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Shoots from the elbow. No good from Spates.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Here's Barry. The three-pointer, no good. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
Yeah, no question. If I'm them, I'm definitely going 2 for 1.
And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
32 seconds left to play here in the first. Stolen. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. First trip to the line for him here.
2 shots.
No good on that one. So both teams changing it up here. Second free throw, no good. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Bulls.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
The Warriors have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. That free throw missing. And he misses the second one as well, so he's 0 for 2 that time. Here's Millsap. No good, trying to beat the buzzer.
Coming up next Monday night, February 2nd, Al Horford and the Atlanta Hawks go up against Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out? And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Green. Barnes comes in for Thompson. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Barry in at point guard. Gobert is out there with Favors. And it's Hood in at the 2 spot. That's the group right now for Utah.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
No good from Barry.
Well, it's easy to see the kind of impact Andrew Bogut can have on a team. Since coming to the Warriors, he's been the anchor they need. And they've gone from one of the worst defensive teams in the league to one of the best since his arrival. Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
1:04 left in the first half of the game. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Spates has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass, but it hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
But you feel like it's going to reward this team at some point. They've got to continue to maintain the energy.
Shot clock at 5. Barnes dishes to Curry. And it's off from 3-point range.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Spates sets a screen. Passes to Holiday. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Here's Cowboy, guarded by Curry. Barry. Curry with some nice D.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you guys?
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Take a look at what Curry's done.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Jazz trail by 4, and Golden State looking at who they've got. Iguodala and Barnes slotted in at the forwards. Livingston is out there with Steph Curry, and it's Spates in at the center. That's good. Burks has got 6 in the quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pounded into the painted area and continue to put...
Barry!
Boys checked in for Burke. Warriors have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And the slam dunk by Spates.
You know, he may lack grace, but his length makes up for it. He can still throw it down now.
Well, you don't have to be a fantastic leaper when you're his size.
Well, it's too bad because with a little more athleticism, can you imagine how dangerous he'd be underneath the boards?
Here's Iguodala, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
Oof. Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
Evans, right side. He feeds it to Booker. Here's Cowboy. 10 points for him. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Booker. 1:43 left to play in the third. Right side Curry. Wide open. And another basket for Golden State.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update.
Ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Martin?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense. That's for sure.
Iguodala, that's good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Deflects the pass. Iguodala with the steal.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
Livingston, no luck. Jazz trail by 10. Pass to Burks. Here's Cowboy. From beyond the arc. And stolen by Barnes. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Here's Barry. Drills it from outside. Cowboys got 13 points.
Wednesday, February 4th, Michael Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies go up against Derek Favors and the Utah Jazz. Live from Salt Lake City. Make sure to catch it.
Burke is out there with Hood. Then there's Favors, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Ingles in at the small forward position. That's the group right now for Utah. Curry passes to Green. On the wing, Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers. 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
People knew that he could shoot the ball coming out of college, but I don't think teams knew that Klay Thompson would develop into the dead-eye shooter that he's become. He is a flat-out laser, and he can go to get into zones where he just doesn't miss, whether he's open or well guarded.
Burke kicks to Hood. Pulls from the top of the key. The Warriors pull it in.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Golden State's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter.
Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it, and the other didn't. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
Clark, the biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
You know, I thought both teams worked hard at both ends, but sky-high field goal percentage and pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Excellent effort tonight.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And in what's been a very competitive series between these two teams, the victory here tonight will push their record to 2-1 with one left to play against the Jazz.
And nobody really saw a performance like this coming. But it was a big-time game for Curry. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more.
The Warriors shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. And Cowboys going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. Warriors substitution. Brandon Rush.
And Rush kicks to Livingston. Holiday dishes to Rush.
Defensive foul. Jonathan Aaron. That's his second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for the Warriors.
That's good from Rush. And the Warriors making a change here. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of it.
Congratulations on this win tonight.